going to do a summary of Genesis chapter 2, right? And I wanted to start with the garden, man, woman, the animals, and get a general idea of what's taking place, right? It's the first part of Genesis chapter 2. We come across some information. There's no plants because the mist has not come and watered the ground yet, right? And we also find the situation where no one is available yet to work the ground. So Moses is showing the need of man and also the responsibility of man. The first thing that happens is the mist comes and waters the earth. And then God forms the man from the dust of the ground and breathes into his nostrils, and the man receives life. The man that was just a pile of dirt became a living being. So life was given. Now, after God breathes into the nostril of the man, he goes and he prepares a place for the man. He prepares a garden in the eastward in Eden. The next event is out of the ground. God has caused all the trees that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. He's also formed the tree of life and the tree of good and evil. The next thing that God has caused to do is a river. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and it heads into four parts. And we're getting an understanding of what Eden was like. It's full of these trees that produce fruit. It now has a river that runs out of the Eden to water the garden, and it heads four parts. The next thing that God has to do is he puts man into the garden, and he is put there to dress it, right? Dress it up. That means to decorate or conceive what he can do with this garden. He's also put in charge to keep it, right? To maintain it. It's also informed that he can eat of any tree, but he is not to eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Right? So he's warned that he will die. And the Lord said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper." Right? And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. We're getting a structure here. We're getting a authoritative understanding. So God is bringing stuff to Adam for him to name them. We see that Adam is obeying the instructions of God. The Lord caused a deep sleep on Adam, and he took a rib and he made the woman from the rib. What kind of helpmate do you think that God gave Adam? It's an interesting thought. I mean, if Adam needed help with tending the garden or doing work, why did God give him a woman that is weak? Why didn't he put some strong muscles in her back, and give her strength in the arms, and it leads me to think of a different way of this helpmate. She was to bring helpmates so they will have children, and those children will be male and female. So the woman is a caregiver, a nurturer, and she'll bring forth children unto Adam, some male and some female. And out of those, the males, they will help Adam. Also, the female will too, because the females will help take care. A man can't just work, he needs also someone to take care of him when he falls short. So there's different roles. Adam was very proud of the woman. He was saying, "This is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man." We see a purpose of why God took the rib of the man and he formed the woman out of it. He wanted to have a connection. So why is God also having these animals come to Adam? What was Adam from? Dust, dirt. What was the animals from? Dirt. What is the trees from? Dirt. So we see a connection, right? We see from the dirt all these connections and God giving it life. Adam also has proclaimed something, right? He is proclaiming marriage and defining marriage. When a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, and the man and his wife were not ashamed. Why do you think Moses puts this naked, no covering? And I think it alludes to where they had no covering, right? Christ didn't cover them. No one had cover them, or how they covering. And so that's what chapter 3 going to lead into when we get into Genesis chapter 3 is this man and a woman is going to choose their covering that they're going to put over themselves.